Even with my lopsided face, Lord, I'm just having a moment of gratitude right now. I haven't been more clear in my life. I'm so thankful that I didn't give up. There were so many distractions along the way. I have been spiritually attacked. You know, my character, my reputation, all of that have, been put to the test. You know, I call myself the bounce back queen, the rubber band effect. And I'm not lying. In my book, I call myself the bounce back queen because I am the bounce back queen. And on Tuesday, I want to go live to talk about my spiritual journey, the work that I've done, and the work that you need to do to get you clear on your path, to get you to understand your life purpose, to create a vision for yourself. Um, and to just become spiritually well. Everything that I was teaching before, healing, wellness, religion, all of these things, the Bible, scripture, discernment, all these things were part of spiritual growth and spiritual awakening. So we have to come to know ourselves spiritually first before we can live our best life, before we can live a life of abundance, before we can live a life of happiness, before we can create these things in our life. And you know that we're all life creators. That's something that I will never depart from. It is our duty to create our lives. If we're unsatisfied with where we are in our lives, it is our duty to create that life for ourselves. And I'm so happy that I'm able to continue my spiritual work, my spiritual journey, my chakra healing, my crystal healing, and still become a Catholic. I'm so happy that I don't have to give up any part of my life to embark on this religious journey, because now I'm taking on a religion, right? I'm taking on a religion. I've worked on myself spiritually, and now I can take on a religion. So now I realize that I don't have to give up anything that I was doing spiritually to be a religious person. So that even make for a more fuller and rewarding life for myself. So when you're creating your life, you have to make sure that everything that you want to do, right? Everything that you want to do. And I'll leave this for Tuesday. So join me Tuesday at 9 p.m. where I'll be discussing more about spiritual practices, spiritual awakening, spiritual gifts, right? And it's so important that we go within ourselves and know our spiritual gifts. So join me Tuesday at 9 p.m. right here on Facebook Live where I'll be discussing these things. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.